when I was 15, I found myself checking my iPod Touch at the time, checking exactly what part of a song that I was listening to. So I would have my headphones in and I would look down, and sometimes I would see 111, 222, 333. Like I was a minute and 11 seconds into the song, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, etc. And I became very like obsessive over it. So much so that I got dropped off at my job one day, and I remember this, like I'll never forget this. I was 15, it was my first job. My dad was dropping me off in his truck, and when I went to get out of the truck, I thought to myself, if I pause this song right now at 3:33, my whole life is a lie. And I get out of the car and I say goodbye to my dad, and I had paused my song that I was listening to in the car, and I looked down and it said 3:33. So you can imagine how daunting that can be, and like completely just terrifying, because it just led to more, it almost feeds into it. Like, I don't know if it's some sort of delusion, because the thing about these experiences that I've had in my life is I can't really explain them. But I noticed, I mean, the past few years, I haven't been obsessed with numbers as much, and so I haven't noticed them as much when I would listen to music and things like that. And recently, I've kind of gotten back into it, and it seems like I'll tell myself something and I'll be like, it's repeating right now, like it's a repeating number right now, and then I'll look down and it will be. And of course, sometimes I'll look down and it won't be, but when it does happen, it'll happen like twice in a row, and then it just reaffirms it and reaffirms it. So it's really hard for me to not take it as some sort of sign, because, you know, what are the chances of that happening? What were the chances of me knowing that my song was at 3:33 exactly, and that I was pausing at that exact time, and that when I looked down, I would see that? So it can start to really isolate, like it isolates me. It makes me feel like I'm crazy, or that, I mean, a lot of these things have led to the solipsism ideas, because I've always felt very isolated, and like I've always felt very different from everybody else, and I've always felt like no one was like me. And now at this point, there's nothing I can do other than what the exposures are, which is just accepting it. And it's so uncomfortable, and it's so horrible, and it's just debilitating, but you know, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I just made a video from years ago that I had made about some coincidences that, well, a series of really weird coincidences that happened to me in about, like, I think it was 2015, that I still can't explain to this day, that I think about and I'm like, I can't explain that. It's so bizarre. What would you do if you were in the position where you found that you went on the internet looking for somebody, just trying to find like a video that somebody made? You can't find it. Then all of a sudden you type something completely different in while watching like a video with your friend, or like in a watch together room, the website Watch Together, and you're just like typing random stuff in, completely irrelevant to what you were looking for, and you find that person that you were looking for hours ago. And then after that, I mean, it's just so weird. You can watch the video, it's called like the most bizarre chain of events or something on my channel. But essentially, like, I was looking for this girl that she told, or like she posted on her Snapchat story that she put this video up on the internet, which actually went viral. But there's been a lot of stuff that's happened with this girl, and I don't want to give any details on it, because she has been like taking the getting the videos taken down because I think she doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore, but something very bad happened to her that I'm not gonna get into it, but basically I saw on her Snapchat story that she said, don't post satire to Facebook, guys, or whatever. And it was like a video she made that ended up getting like millions of views. And I was like, what? And I kind of just became friends with her because I knew her through Instagram. Completely different, irrelevant, like whatever. And I tried to find her video on Facebook, couldn't find it. And then I'm in a watch together room hours later, same day, looking up like some offensive thing that I found funny at the time, which I look back and I don't even understand my teenage mentality, but a video with her face in it just pops up as one of the first couple videos, which only had a couple hundred views, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck are the odds of that? Like, that's just, I can't explain it. And it makes me feel like it's just that feeling of like, everything's a lie. What if everything's a simulation? That was meant for me to see. Like, I was meant to see this. You can't explain it with logic. You can't explain it away. And then the worst part was that I was on this app I still have called Depop, where you like buy and sell clothing, right? And I went to look for clothing, whatever. I was looking at like a pair of either Japanese type leggings or like a top that had Japanese writing on it. And I saw a comment from a username that was like the word Illuminati. That was their username. And I was like, that's a cool username. They commented on this like they were asking questions about the shirt that I thought was cool. I click it, it's the same girl. And I just can't explain that. There's no logical way. There's no algorithm that was, forcing me to be able to see that. Like in TikTok, you know how things nowadays, there's an algorithm that like caters to you, but no. I went and I looked up like Japan or something on Depop, and out of the thousands of different like results and the millions of different users, and I see this cool thing of clothing, I click on it, I see one comment by Illuminati asking about the shirt, and I click it, and it's her. And I'm just like, this is so fucking weird. It's just too weird. I cannot explain it. So these are just things that have reaffirmed my beliefs and made me feel like a crazy person and made me feel alone. And I haven't been thinking specifically about these things for a while, but now I kind of am, because it's just very confusing and I can't explain it. And no matter how many people I explain this to, people are like, oh yeah, I have weird coincidences all the time. But it's like, that was one after the other. And it just feels very unnerving. And I wonder if me saying this, if people think that is really weird, or if they think, meh, because to me, it reaffirms my beliefs. And I'm just really affected right now with the whole solipsism thing, because me trying to accept it leads to even more questions. What if the therapy's not even real? What if none of this actually works? What if they're just trying to tell me this and it's all, you know what I mean? It just gets me into more of a paranoid like state of mind. And I have more therapy appointments set up for OCD specifically, and I have a psychiatrist appointment set up, and I have regular talk therapy, which doesn't actually help the OCD at all, but I'm not going to be able to afford the OCD therapy in like a week from now. So I'm going to have to basically do it all on my own. But it's very tough when you're questioning your whole existence, because it just starts to make you doubt everything. I'm just doubting everything at this point. And I don't really know how to get out of it other than literally accepting. And it's really terrifying, and it makes me feel psychotic. And I don't like that. Obviously, nobody would like that. No one wants to feel like they're crazy or slipping into insanity or gonna lose it because I don't want to not be able to function. I don't want to not be able to go to work. I don't want to fail in life. And these are all, I guess, fears and stuff. But I also don't want to get on an airplane and suddenly everybody looks at me and is like, you're gonna die now. And it's like this terrifying fear I have of like, and it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. And I know it doesn't, but like, it's just this fear. It's just this fear. And I hear a plane right fucking now, so I don't know. There's nothing that I can't rationalize it, and I can't say to myself, well, I'm probably fine, because I just think to myself, doesn't matter, my plane is gonna be the one to go down. And then if I try to justify like the statistics and, oh, it's the maintenance is way better nowadays, whatever, then it just jumps to like paranoid stuff. Oh, well, what if everybody just wants to kill me? What if they want me to get on the plane so that I die? And then I'm just paranoid. Like, there's no winning with that. I have to literally accept the possibility that my plane might just go down and that I'll just die. Not fun. So yeah, I have therapy in like, I don't even know, half an hour or so. So just wanted to update the void with what's going on.